Hey guys, just gonna quickly show you my MotoVlog helmet camera setup with a mic in there as well. I've been trying a couple different things over the last while. I finally switched it over to a DJI setup, and honestly it's the best option I've had so far. It's pretty simple, there's no wires. I've had a GoPro 12 for a while, I had the 10, and as many of you know, you have to have the GoPro mic adapter. I'll show it to you. You have to have this thing for a GoPro, right? So you have your helmet set up, if you want the mic in it, GoPro attachment on the side, makes it big and clumsy. If you're willing to spend a couple extra bucks, this is maybe $100 more than if you went with the GoPro and the wired mic setup. This seems to work best for me. So what I got on my helmet, it's a little bit dirty, don't mind that. I live in northern Alberta, there's a lot of bugs here. I got a chin mount. Hopefully you can see that. There's a chin mount on the chin there. It's worked so far for me, never had any issues. I got a couple of GoPro mounts, or they're kind of generic, to get the angle that I want. And I got the Osmo Action 5 Pro or whatever, yeah, the 5 Pro by the looks of it. I should know that. And I just got that clip-on attachment on there, and it goes on there nice and easy. Pretty easy setup. And now for the mic, which is usually what's the hardest part. I've tried many different options and finally just went with the DJI mic setup. So with this one, you get two different mics, and with a DJI camera, you do not need this receiver. All you need is a transmitter. So you can just buy that if you want. So you save, honestly, it'd be cheaper than buying the whole GoPro setup, because this, you think you can buy it for about 70 bucks Canadian, just the transmitter itself. And yeah, that is cheaper than, I think this thing alone is 70 bucks. So cameras, I think they're about the same price. I can look that up, but I think they're around the same price for the action cameras itself. This little mic is all you need. So one thing why I didn't do this for a long time, I wasn't sure if you had to turn this thing on and connect it every time you turn on your camera. But I found out since, with the DJI camera and a DJI mic, all you need is have this thing on, which it supposedly has a battery life about 11 and a half, 12 hours. So all you need is have this thing, have it on, put it in your helmet, and turn on your camera. It'll connect every time you turn it off and on. You can turn it off, have it off for 3 hours. The mic will stay on and won't record anything, and you just turn your camera on, it'll connect, it'll record. Honestly, the easiest setup. Like, I can put this mic in here right now, boom. You don't know there's a mic in there, there's no cables, nothing. Honestly, it works the best. And now for my mounting in here, hopefully I can show it to you guys. The DJI mic comes with this little magnet. And I'll try to get it out of here. Velcro's a bit strong. So this little magnet right here comes with the mic, right? So you can stick it to anything, you can put it behind your hoodie, anything like that, right? So you can barely see that right there. But yeah, you can put it on anywhere. And on this little magnet, I just put a little bit of Velcro. And in my helmet, I have the cardle set up as well on this side. So I have that piece of Velcro that comes with, I'll try to show it to you better. But I have a piece of Velcro that comes with the cardle. So that's part of that package, but I'm sure you could use any piece of Velcro. And it's big enough where I can stick that mic in there, and I can just take a little piece of the other side of Velcro, cut it up, stick it on here, and put that in the helmet. So right down there, try to get the best angle. Yeah, that's just a little magnet. And then for the mic, you can just take the mic, put it right on that magnet, and it sits there just like that. Yeah, the mic, you can just stick it in there. I'm sure different helmets have different, space in there. That's why I went with the small black dead cat instead of the big gray one on this one. This one I haven't connected up to anything yet. Don't want to risk using connection with this one. Yeah, you just put it in there like that, and it honestly seems to work pretty good. One issue well, honestly not an issue. I found when you record on your DJI camera, you go to the DJI Mimo app and you replay your video, the sound won't be perfect. There's gonna be cuts in there. I found out that's just on the app. Once you take it on or put it on a computer or download it on your phone, that sound does go away. So if you're trying it out and you go on your app and you just play it live and you're not happy with the sound, don't worry. For me, it's gone away every time. Once I take my memory card and put it on my computer, it seems to work much better. But yeah, so that will touch your mouth a little bit on whatever side you have it on, most likely, depending if you have a very good spot for it. But honestly, the sound is pretty good. I'll put this on, go for a ride, and I can show you. But yeah, this is honestly the best look I found so far. It's pretty easy, pretty simple, no issues whatsoever. Yeah, I got my camera on, mic on, it's all connected. If you're ever riding and you're not sure if they connect, you can always just look at the top of your screen and there'll be a green bar if it's connected. So far I haven't had any issues. It seems to want to turn on every time, or actually just now it didn't want to connect, but I just turned the camera off, turned it back on, and it automatically connected. So if you do use this setup, just make sure you're checking it in the mirror. Like right there, you can see there's a green line. And we're gonna go check this out. Now my placement, as I showed before, is right beside, I'll close my visor here. The placement of the mic is right beside my mouth. So you're gonna wanna make sure you don't yell too much. It's probably gonna mess up the mic a little bit. Depending where you have your gain settings, of course. This is pretty much as the mic came out of the box. Obviously I turned the automatic shut off, which for the most part everyone's going to want to do that. You don't want your mic to turn off if you're planning on riding for a while, turning your camera on and off. Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention this before, I did tape up the vents in the helmet. So there's two vents that I can close, so I taped those up, and honestly that seemed to make a difference too. But I haven't noticed any wind issues whatsoever. Everything seems to be fine. Yeah, we'll do a quick ride through town and I'll go on the highway just to show you guys highway speeds. It is a bit windy today too, but not really, maybe a good 10-15 km/h wind, a little bit breezy. But yeah, so far I've been really happy with this setup. I've used it a couple times now. It's way better than having that mic adapter from GoPro hanging off the side. Helps with the wind noise too on the helmet, as of course that big adapter does add some wind noise. So does the camera, but not quite as much as the wind adapter mic adapter. And you guys can probably hear me breathing too. I'm sure you can adjust that through the gain control and all that. They also do have some like background noise or sound cancellation, but I'm not sure you want that on a bike, as I'm pretty sure that's only meant for like recording your voice. And on a bike you want to record everything else too, right? And another thing with the dual pack, these mics supposedly have a range of 400 meters, so about 400 yards, give or take. That is quite a bit. So if you want to make a video with you and your buddy, well, if he doesn't have a camera, or even if he does, you can sync it up. But you could both connect two mics to your one camera at the same time and record both at the same time. So you could talk to each other and record both ends of the conversation, which I haven't tried that yet, but it is a possibility. Now the range, you'd have to try to stay close to each other, less than half a kilometer or quarter of a mile or whatever. But just for riding around, I'm sure it worked great. Alright, just gotta get out of town here. If you're wondering, yeah, this is a pretty quiet bike. It probably almost sounds stock on the audio, but I got a full Akrapovic
headers, and I just got the full length slip on. So the full length definitely makes everything a bit quieter, which is nice for the long rides. Just as you can see, I got over 10,000 kilometers in less than a year. That's not what this video is about. It's about the mic. So right now, there's quite a bit of wind noise in my helmet. Shouldn't be too bad on the mic. Kilometers an hour, not miles, guys, don't worry. That right there is pretty much as windy as you ever get it. Well, going 100 kilometers an hour, 60 miles an hour, whatnot. And so far, it's pretty good. Yeah, so that's honestly last time I recorded at this speed too, so. We'll see how this all ends up in post. Checks I've done so far have been good, but I'm gonna turn the camera off right now and just see if it reconnects again. It should. And the camera is on again, mic's connected, and I'll leave it in the video, but you can hear it takes about half a second for it to connect, so there's gonna be a half a second of out camera mic noise, right? So whatever the camera itself recorded, but yeah, it takes about half a second maybe at max, and it's connected it right back up. No, be careful. Yeah, if everything works good, this is just a quick simple test. Hopefully this video is not too long. I'll see you guys back at home.
So yeah, I haven't checked the footage yet, but hopefully everything worked. One issue that I haven't mentioned before, I have my mic on the left side of my helmet, and if you look at the mic on the left side, there is the power button. So one thing you do have to be careful is if you put it in and you push it in too tight, it might touch the power button with your cheek pad, and that could turn the mic off. So just be careful about that. Ooh, my camera's going out of whack right now. But yeah, other than that, honestly everything seems perfect with it. No issues. That was just, I haven't had the camera for a long time, so I haven't had a chance to play with the settings, but that was just normal settings, no ND filter. That'll make your footage a lot better too. I need to get a couple of those. But easy setup, perfect setup, simple, nice, clean. Hopefully everything's gonna work. Thank you for watching.